Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Strawberry Sundaes podcast. We have Amari with us today.
Yo,
How
how
are
we
we?
doing? Doing good, thank you. Doing good. How about yourself?
Very good, very good. We'll get straight into it. We won't keep you waiting any longer, guys. So for anyone in the chat that doesn't know yourself, do you want to just give a brief description of yourself, and then we'll get into what sort of content you produce?
So my name's Amari. I'm from West London. I'm a Warzone streamer mainly, content creator. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm a DJ, music producer as well. So yeah.
Mr. Do It All, Jack of all trades. So yeah, we'll get into sort of your past, sort of how you grew up around games, that sort of thing. So let's go all the way back to your childhood. When was the first sort of initial game that you played and where you were introduced to gaming?
So the very first game I played was probably Halo 1. Like this was ages ago, back when I was quite young. I think I was 3. I was 3 when I got my first console.
Started at a very young age then.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And okay, so what console was that?
It was the original Xbox. It was grey, and it was like see-through. You might know which one I'm on about, but it was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
grey
yeah.
see-through ones. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that was a limited edition one.
yeah, it
Oh,
was. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, and then it was just Halo. Was there any sort of other games that you played at all, or was it just Halo that you kind of started off with and then caught the
So
bug?
it was pretty much just Halo because like I had a lot of family members who also used to play Halo as well, like my cousins and my uncles. So so we all used to just play split screen and stuff like around the telly. You know what I mean? All sat around the telly, all four of us. But then after Halo, it moved on to COD 4. COD 4 was where I properly started playing. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're like a lot of people. COD 4 is the one.
Yeah,
A
that was
lot
the,
of people.
yeah.
Yeah,
So like I played COD 3, but COD 4 was the proper start. You know?
that was got what hell of a lot of people got hooked on
Yeah, yeah.
COD 4.
Facts.
Okay, so we started off COD 4. Did you then carry on through, the Call of Duties, or did you still
Uh,
dabble with Halo?
Nah, so I was playing Halo 3 because Halo 3 and COD 4 come out around the same in the same year. So I was playing COD 4 with my dad, and then me and my dad played every single COD after COD 4 together. And yeah, just literally used to play whenever the new CODs come out. My dad used to go buy 2 copies at midnight. I'd wake up in the morning, play one game before school, come back, game, and yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so your content at the moment is obviously Warzone. You're killing the Warzone scene with all your tourneys and that sort of thing. So, is that sort of your main focus currently with the content?
Um, so it was, but going into the rest of this year, I don't think it's gonna be because Warzone right now is kind of in a bad state, and I've played it for a whole year now, and I still enjoy the game and enjoy streaming it, but in terms of the same love I had when I first started playing, the mindset was like I want to be the best at this game and I want to be up with the top players. But now that I'm more into the Twitch and streaming world, I kind of want to dabble more into being more of an entertainer and content creator sort of thing, exploring other avenues, real life content, and just branching out from Warzone as well.
Yeah. So, are you going to look at more sort of battle royales as well, sort of to play? Is that sort of your main,
Um,
um,
I mean,
or is
if another battle royale comes out that's better than Warzone, I'll definitely be playing that. But I'm just I'm just gonna dabble in a bunch of other stuff. Definitely like more GTA roleplay as well.
yeah,
Something on the list, yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's something that's really skyrocketed recently, hasn't it, with the
Yeah,
GTA
yeah,
roleplay?
definitely. And the difference is with Warzone, you're so like locked in because it's a really competitive game, so you're so locked in. Whereas GTA RP, it brings that other side out where you can chill out with your community and you can have a laugh on that, because it's just so fun. Literally, it's so fun to play.
Yeah, and I think you've hit the nail on the head where you can actually communicate a hell of a lot more with your community.
Yeah, definitely.
Like say, I'm watching a lot of you streamers like yourself, Jukies, Lennon, those sorts of players, and especially with these tourneys, it is very, very hard to have that sort of link with the community. Personally, I enjoy watching anyway because obviously you've got that competitive nature. But yeah, like you say, if you want to become that sort of next step entertainer, then yeah, I think you go in the right sort of route,
Yeah,
especially
I've
to get the community involved.
like I feel with Warzone like Warzone's got a very like healthy competitive scene. But I feel like there's kind of a ceiling that you're gonna hit eventually, sort of thing. And like
Mm.
it's fine if your mindset is you want to be the best Warzone player and you want to be the number one competitive and playing all these tournaments. But for me, now that I've grown more of a community, I noticed that rather than just like trying to be the best, I have more fun being entertaining and more interactive with my community, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that, like you say, with Warzone, especially with the very limited changes that they make, you don't want to cap yourself in terms of the content that you bring out. You want to keep
Definitely.
progressing, because obviously there will become a time where Warzone, isn't a game to play anymore.
Yep.
And like you say, branching out can obviously prolong your content journey. So let's go right back to the start then. So have you always been a streamer on Twitch? Did you stream elsewhere before? Anything like that at all?
So I'd say like my whole competitive gaming stuff started a few years back with CS:GO, Counter Strike,
Okay.
on the PC. So I got a PC like I think it was when I was 14, and I started playing CS:GO. I was playing in teams and stuff like that, but it wasn't anything serious. So the thing with the CS:GO community in the UK scene, if you was a UK CS:GO player, it was really hard to branch out because
Mm.
the UK didn't have as much talent as the rest of the world, sort of thing. Whereas like in Warzone right now, the UK is killing it, and there's a place for the UK, but in CS:GO it is difficult. So I was playing in teams and I streamed a bit, but it was nothing serious. I got like 100 follows, and then I just fell out of love with CS:GO and gaming in general, and kind of just stopped a few years back. So
Yeah. And then obviously you've came back. So how long have you actually been streaming for since you've obviously made the return? Was it since Warzone started? Is that sort of
literally
your...
like this time last year. So I was like a couple months late to Warzone. So around this time last year is when I started streaming. It was my 1 year just a few days ago. Yeah.
And you've already been able to achieve partner, which again is a massive, massive achievement.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
So hats off to there. So let's go again back into sort of Warzone,
Hmm.
as that's with your past, that's been sort of the major chunk of your content. So we'll talk about top three metas.
Yeah.
Go. What would your top three metas be if you could bring them back?
So I think the number one is probably the Kilo MP5 meta. I'm sure many people will agree with me on that one. The Kilo MP5 meta was so good. I feel like even the time like back last summer it was just a good time in general for Warzone, and the scene was thriving. Um, yeah, so I think that's my number one meta. Number two, probably M4, like at the very start of the game. Like
Yeah.
even though I wasn't playing Warzone at the very start, I was early enough to catch a bit of that meta. Um, I enjoyed the M4 meta, and the third meta. Um, you know what? I'd say where we are now. I'd say where we are now in the game. Just no meta, like just balanced, for
Yeah.
somewhat balanced. I'd say where we are now. Yeah, there's such a wide variety of guns to use. Like whereas before it would just be one, two guns everyone was using. You're killing people in the game now, and you're picking up a wide variety of assault rifles, SMGs. Everyone's like, "Oh, what class you running? What class you running?" I think it's quite balanced at the moment.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that, especially the first two. And
Yeah.
like you say, it's quite refreshing to have something that's not just the same gun, everyone using the same guns.
Hmm.
Especially with the AMAX. I believe that's been nerfed, hasn't it, recently?
Yeah, I'm pissed about that actually because I've been using the AMAX before a lot of people were using the AMAX. So back in the Kilo meta, I started using the AMAX.
Yeah,
So that was a laugh because everyone's running around with the Kilo, but if you knew how to use the AMAX, you was outgunning anyone that had a Kilo. So
yeah,
I'm sad to see the AMAX getting nerfed, and I do think they're just gonna nerf it again, to be honest.
yeah. Even before, like you say, referencing back to when it was Kilo, if you could work the recoil on the AMAX, it was it was disgusting. But obviously, a
Definitely.
lot of people couldn't,
Yeah.
and then obviously they sorted the recoil out, and then that's why obviously it's become a hell of a lot more popular.
Mhm.
But like you say, yeah, it's always been shredding. Um, okay, so we'll go sort of again right back through the years. So like you say, you were CS:GO, Call of Duty. So have you always played Call of Duty on console, or was that sort of prior to the switch to PC when you played CS:GO?
So I used to play Call of Duty on the Xbox 360, but the thing is, like, I never used to play competitively. Like, I would literally just play normal games with my dad. Um, like S&D, all that competitive COD scene. I have no clue about it. Like, I've got no clue about any of that stuff. Um, so I just literally used to play for fun. I was not competitive COD at all, and that was all on the Xbox 360. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then, so what Call of Duty title was it that you moved to PC?
The last one I played, it was around when Ghosts come out, I think. What was that? 2013, I think. Ghost was.
Yeah,
Yeah. So around
I think
around
so.
that time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And was there any sort of reason why you wanted to switch, or was it just the fact that you wanted to kind of pursue CS:GO?
Nah, so I used to play Xbox with a few of my mates, and a couple of them had PCs, and they were saying to me, "Yo, Amari, like, there's this game that just come out called DayZ, and it's like a zombie game." And then I started to watch YouTube videos, and I was hooked. I was like, "I gotta get a PC for this. This is
Yeah.
so good." And then when I got a PC, that's when I found out about CS:GO. So I didn't actually know about CS:GO beforehand. I didn't buy a PC for that. It was only when I started playing that I found out about CS:GO and whatnot.
Yeah. And then whilst you were sort of playing CS:GO, again within that sort of competitive nature, it's very addicting to get onto a game like that. It's sort of ends up being like your sole focus. When did you carry on buying Call of Duty titles, or was it literally as soon as sort of
Oh,
Warzone?
nah. The last COD I played was Ghosts, right? And I'm only playing this COD right now because of Warzone. I've
Yeah.
not played a single in between Ghosts and this COD right here. I've not played a single Call of Duty game. So, what's that? All the Jetpack ones, Black Ops 3. Like, yeah, I've not played a single COD game.
Yeah. I mean, there was a few decent titles, but I don't think you've missed much.
And
Um,
I'll tell you why that is. Like, it's not even just because I switched to PC that I stopped buying COD. It was because where COD 4 was my starting COD. I'm so used to the boots on the ground military COD style. You know, they're the OG CODs. Those were the best COD days, I guess you could say. So when it started to go to like all the jetpack stuff and all the flying around, I just didn't fuck with it. So like
yeah.
yeah, I just
Yeah.
wasn't a
No.
fan.
Yeah. It was kind of a tough period to withstand that,
See,
and I
but
think a lot of
that's like an unpopular opinion because like I know Black Ops 3 is a lot of people's favorite COD, but I'm just not a fan of the jetpacks and stuff. I guess it's just because of where I come from with the old school CODs.
yeah, I think like I said prior to this, it was my sort of era as well. Call of Duty 4 was my start, or World at War. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it was one or the other. And I think even when the jetpack games come out, it was a fact of going back to an old Call of Duty, so COD 4 or
Hmm.
Modern Warfare 2. Um, Again, I used to love watching it, love watching competitively.
Yep.
But playing it, no, just really didn't, do anything for me. And even Black Ops 3, I could never really get involved.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. But okay, so like I said, we've made the switch over. We've started CS:GO.
Hmm.
Then obviously Warzone's come out. You've started a couple of months late, and then obviously you've jumped straight in. And so, when was it that you started playing and you're thinking, okay, I'm good at this? Like, when did it settle in?
So when I used to play CS:GO, I used to get this competitive feeling, I guess you could say. Like you just get a buzz. You just get a buzz. I guess that's all you could say. When I started playing Warzone for the first time, I actually hated it. Like I didn't like Warzone at first. I gave it more of a shot. Like the reason I was late to Warzone as well is because I actually played the beta of this COD and I didn't like it at all. I didn't like the movement or anything. So I thought to
Mm.
myself, if I don't like the gunplay and the mechanics, why am I going to like a battle royale version? I guess I was being a bit naive. I tried it out, didn't like it at first, kept playing it, and I started to like it. And then at the time, my PC was awful. I was getting 30 FPS on all low settings on this game, and it just was not fun to play. But I could feel that competitive feeling coming back when I played this, you know, because I was decent at it, not as good as I am now, but I was half decent. I had I literally had £400 in my bank left from my job just before COVID happened, and I spent all that 400 on a graphics card. This was before I even streamed, by the way. I just spent the last £400 I had on a graphics card, and yeah, I guess it paid off from there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, clearly.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. Again, like I say, I mentioned it within the tweet. When it comes to these big tournaments, there is very few streamers that I will watch and dabble over. You being one of them.
Appreciate it.
Just the vibe in general is always good. Even like I say, even within that competitive nature. Um, okay, so we'll talk about tourney like sort of how they're set out and what your preferred layout is with a tournament. So,
Right.
do you prefer the? I know like the times have sort of changed where there used to be bot races, then there used to be like now they're sort of 2v2s. But what's sort of your favourite tourney sort of mode?
I'll be honest, right? I love the 2v2s, right? If there wasn't as many problems as this game had. Like like there's just endless hackers, dev errors, you name it, resets, resets, resets. And this is something that's been happening to me a lot recently. Like the last couple of weeks especially, I've played multiple 2v2 tournaments, and you're so pumped to play, you win your first round, the vibes are there, you're gassed, and then boom, 2 hour wait until your next game.
Yeah,
Oh, and then that 2 hours might be extended because of more hackers and stuff like that. And then by the time it comes to your next game, you're playing against a team that has just been consistently playing and are warm and feeling good, and you're
yeah,
sat there tired and the vibe's just gone. And that is literally the downside for me when it comes to 2v2s, because realistically speaking, that is the fairest format. But for me, it's just, why am I waiting more than I'm playing? You know, and
yeah.
it's not fun for the stream either, because the viewers, they just want to see the gameplay, and they're hyped during a tournament, and you got to sit around for 2.5 hours watching other games and watching other people. So that's what does my head in with them. But that's why I do like bot races. A lot of people don't like bot races, but I like them. I like them.
Yeah, I think like you say, it's consistent. You know what you're getting into.
Yeah, just straight 3 hours gameplay, no breaks. I know it's kind of unfair because some people are like VPN and dodgy servers and whatnot, but the fact that I can just play for 3 hours straight, no stress, just go and slay out, I enjoy them. But like I said, I enjoy bot races, I enjoy 2v2s. I just think the state that the game is in. Like take yesterday for example, I was playing in a tournament, started at 3 in the afternoon, and it was just best of ones. We didn't finish until midnight because of all the
Yeah.
all the waiting. Like I even ended my stream, went and had dinner, chilled out for a bit, and then come back because there's that long to wait, and it's no fun. It's no fun when it's
That's
like that,
mad.
It's
Yeah.
no fun.
Yeah, like you said, when you're waiting 3 hours for a game, it's not you. There's no way that you can stay focused for that long.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So okay, so now, like you say, you're gonna try and sort of go away from Warzone. Still, I'm guessing you're still gonna be playing in some of these tournaments.
Yeah, I'll still be playing Warzone and like bot races here and there. I'm not gonna fully quit, but like I just been watching certain people recently, and I just been thinking a lot, and like there's so many different levels to this outside of just Warzone, like once you got a bit of a community built, like you can just do whatever you want to do type of thing, as long as you put your mind to it. And yeah.
No, I think you've hit the nail on the head there. Okay, so we'll go on to the next part, which is your best content moment to date. Now, what this could be, we'll split this off into two sections. So the first section would be sort of when was your best moment you've had today within Warzone, like you say, with that being the chunk of your content currently. And then the best content moment today will go for sort of a community standpoint where you've either ended the stream or you've raided someone and you've got off and just been like, that, yeah, that was incredible.
Um, so I'd say my best Warzone moment was probably the beginning of January. I had back-to-back days. I think it was. I had a Twitch Rivals tournament, and then I had a 25k Royal Ravens tournament. And having them two big tournaments back to back, bear in mind those were my first like big invite only tournaments.
Mm.
That that's yeah, that's probably my best Warzone moment because that was the point where things kind of just took a turn. Like I was averaging about 25, 30 viewers a stream, and then onwards from that day, everything just started shooting up because I guess it was just so much momentum in one go. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like having the tournaments and then the fact that like we had like people from my community were in the Discord doing watch parties and everyone was just so excited because I was just coming with all this crazy content and opportunities and yeah, it was just so good. It was so good.
yeah. Like I say, I can imagine that feeling being, quite nerve-wracking, but at the same time quite surreal.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely
Um,
was. Yeah.
and to share that, obviously, be able to share that with, like yourself, a community, um, I bet it's a magical moment.
Nah, it was
And then
definitely good.
sort of the other side then, so sort of just where, like the community standpoint, where you've kind of, is there any specific moment where you've just, turned off your stream and thought like, wow, that was that unreal.
I'd say yeah, probably I had a day where I got gifted over 1,000 subs. I'd say that was probably the craziest day
Yeah,
in terms of the community part. Like I had one person by the name of BSK, he gifted 1,000, and everyone like no one had ever seen anything like that. Like people might have seen someone gift like 1,000 to a streamer they watch all the time, but 1,000 in one day from someone that had only been following 30 minutes beforehand. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? That's unheard of. And then everyone else was just so excited. So everyone else was hopping in, dropping bits, gifting subs. The tunes were going. It was just I
yeah,
just can't believe it. Like I finished my stream that night, and I just I just I was literally how I am now. Like what
yeah.
do you even say to that? Is it even real? Like do you get what I mean? It was just no words for that day, no words.
Just shows how much of like a magical place Twitch can be. Like you say,
100%, yeah.
someone's came in, showed you that love, and even now, like you say, you even struggle to speak about and try and get your words to for the emotions that that's given you, and that's
Yeah,
crazy.
facts. Like, and it's crazy for me that day. Like the fact that pretty much everyone in the stream was chipping in with subs and bits and whatnot. Because to me, like, I appreciate like one bit, one gift, the same as like 10 gifts or whatnot. It's just to me, people that generous to donate their money and help support someone like me. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for it. It's just it's still an amazing feeling, and it's crazy to me.
Yeah. So when did you sort of feel that, when did it kind of set in that you're like, this could be something I want to like I can pursue full time. This is something that I want to be able to continue to do and continue to entertain people full time.
Um, so when I first started, I never had the intent that I wanted to be a streamer. I was just streaming for my friends to watch me play Warzone. Like I said, I bought that graphics card, and I thought to myself, you know what? I can stream, so why don't I stream? My mates can watch. And then it was when I had people I didn't know start coming into the streams over and over. Like you see the same name every stream, and it's when you got people saying to you like, I really enjoy your streams and chilling here. Like all this sort of stuff, you actually sit there and realize, well, damn, like I'm someone's entertainment, I'm helping someone in their life, sort of thing. And it was when I was enjoying it as well. So that was, I'd say it wasn't like one point. It just kind of happened over time. You know, the more I started doing it, the more I started enjoying it, and thought, yeah, this is something I could actually do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I think we touched on it, like I said previously, with it Twitch being such a magical place. You don't know what the other person's going through on the other side of
Hmm.
the screen. And creators like yourself, who are such big advocates of helping their community and supporting their community, even when they're in these big tournaments, even when they're just playing these, even the smaller 2v2 bot races, like that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Just keeping that entertainment is keeping someone else on the other side of the screen happy.
definitely,
So
yeah.
yeah, like I say, magical, magical place. Okay, so we're going on to the sort of final sections now. So there's two questions left, and then a surprise question that we ask all our guests at the
Cool, cool,
end.
cool.
So the best person you have worked with so far with your content journey and why?
All right, the best person I've worked with and like played Warzone with, Jukies, hands down. I think it has to be Jukies. Has to be. And I'll tell you why. Back when I was upcoming, like I'm still upcoming now, but back when I used to, I used to average around 15, 20 viewers. This was probably back like I want to say like October last year. Um, I used to look up to Jukies a lot, so I used to. I still to this day I look up to him a lot. I watch all of his streams and whatnot. But I remember one morning at about 6 a.m. I was doing the graveyard shift. I'd been live all night, and he followed me. And at this point, I'm mad nervous. I'm like, I'm mid game, and I get a follow from Jukies. I'm like, what? Like, I can't believe this. Where's he come from? This and that. And I'll never forget it. I don't think I've actually told anyone on stream about this, but I remember that night or morning, I guess you could say, he actually sent me a few DMs, and them DMs were very helpful in me getting to where I am today because that whenever you're in a position and some words of encouragement and like I guess inspiration, I guess you could say, help a lot,
Mm.
and yeah, I'll never forget. He said to me, I can't remember the DM exactly, but it was something along the lines of like he was saying, keep grinding, like you're a big talent. I know he said if it ever gets you down, like you're not playing with any of the big dogs yet, just keep grinding, keep grinding. Trust me, your chance will come. Stuff along the lines of that. And he wasn't wrong, man, because I kept grinding. And then that next month, I think I played my first tournament with him and like the likes of Waskin and Delio. So I did keep grinding and the opportunities did come. And he
Yeah,
helped me out a lot. He helped me out a lot.
yeah. Again, like you say, these sort of advocates that you look up to are now you're sort of. I know you said yourself that you don't feel like you're there yet as sort of their level, but
Hmm.
even with the you have a huge community, you have a huge amount of people that support you, and even you being in that position, you're now the advocate for other people, for the smaller streamers that do look up to yourself,
Yeah.
and are looking to pursue it, and things like that, like you say, from Duke is kind of passing down that sort of information, and just to say, look, keep grinding, you know, has inspired you to carry on.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show what sort of person he is as well, because there was no reason for him to help me out. Do you get what I mean? Like we hadn't played, we had no connection or anything. Like I'd been in his streams a lot, um, but that's the crazy part, how you can go from just watching someone every day to then playing Warzone with them,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's a crazy thing to me, it's crazy.
Okay, so the next one would be if you could work with one person that you've not worked with yet, who would it be and why?
One person that I've not worked with yet, that's a tough question. I wanna say overseas, probably maybe some of the Phase boys like Swag or something. I enjoy
Mm,
watching their streams a lot, and I think just to network overseas would be huge, like
yeah.
probably like the Nuke Squad boys and that. Like I watch them, and not only are they good at the game, but their vibes are unmatched. Always entertainment when you're watching their streams. So probably those type of guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Right, so the final question. Again, this is a surprise question that we ask. Okay, so you're allowed to take one person with you. We'll do this person from the gaming community, so people obviously within the chats can relate. You get to take 3 items with you, and you're on a desert island. Go.
Okay. So I get to take one person from the Warzone community and three
Or
items.
yeah, or any, like, just the Twitch community, Twitter, anything, as long as it's people that can sort of relate. And you get 3 items to take with you.
Damn, I'm taking one person with me. I did not expect this question. Who would I?
See,
Damn,
this is tough because you
that
gotta
is
think
tough.
like
That is tough.
who's actually gonna keep you alive? Who's gonna help? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Um, wow, you caught me off guard with this one. Anyone in the community. Someone known, or it could be literally anyone.
it can be anyone as long as if it's someone within your community, for example, then you can kind of relate to them. Then yeah, that.
Um, damn. I might start with the three items and then come back to
Yeah,
who I'd take.
yeah, okay,
I might start with the three items.
yeah,
I need music. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need music. Yeah, music is a big one. I need music because I'm a DJ and producer myself. I need music out on the
yeah,
island. All I'm gonna be listening to is the waves and that. Like, I need some music out there. Not gonna say food and drink and stuff because guess those are just the.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never been asked a question like this in my life. Never been asked a
It's
question like
tough.
this.
It is tough.
What have other
Do you know
people
what?
said? What have other people
So
said?
we've had people. People have said a bed. People have said water fertilizers. People have said swords. I think Angus said a
Swords?
samurai sword.
A
Yeah,
samurai sword.
yeah.
I might need to have a word with Angus after this podcast. Why is he taking a samurai sword on an
Sure.
island?
But yeah, so all sorts of random objects.
A bed is a shout, actually. A bed is a shout, I'm not gonna lie. A bed is a shout. I'd probably take a bed, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go bed, and then with the music, are you taking like your decks or anything like that?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd take my decks, yeah.
So we've got decks, bed, and you got one more item.
One more item. I would say phone, but you can't do anything on your phone in the middle of an island. You can't do anything on your phone.
Mm.
You're not gonna have any signal. Harry, man, what have you done? What have you done?
We got someone in the chat saying do rag.
Do
rag with you.
Take my do rag with me. I really don't know.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'll
we'll
take
go.
the do rag. Why not? We gotta look fly, even if we're in the middle of an island. I'll take the do rag. I'll take the do rag with me.
So we've got the do rag, the decks, and the bed.
I'll take the do rag with me. Yeah.
Who are we looking to take?
Who are we looking to take?
You got to think of someone that one isn't going to drive you insane.
Yeah, I need.
Two could actually
I need someone I can have a laugh with and chat with, not get bored with. That don't piss me off either. I think it might be my boy Rico. He's a footballer for Portsmouth, and me and him have only started playing Warzone regularly as of like the last month or so. But he is a character, I'll tell you that. He is a funny guy, man. Got a lot of respect for him for sure.
So we'll take that then.
Yeah.
So you got Rico here.
Mhm.
We've got your decks, your bed, and your do rag. You gotta look fly on the island.
Yeah. But that bed's just for me though. That bed's just for me. That bed is just for me. That bed is just for me.
We'll make that clear. We'll take two beds. I'll let you take two.
I'll take two, alright, but it could be two singles. He can be on the other side of the island in the bed. Because I know my chat's gonna start saying weird comments, but
that is it for today though. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun. Thank you. First time I've ever done something like this, by the way. So I'm happy to be on here.
Good stuff. And like I said, it was an absolute pleasure to have you on. For anyone that's caught only slight of the podcast, I will be uploading this to YouTube straight away and also Spotify. I'll be giving Amari the links, so contact either of us or check our socials on Twitter and those sorts of things to see the links being posted. But again, appreciate all the support, appreciate all the love from your community as well. With the podcast, you've got a brilliant community. So
Thank you for having me on again. I appreciate it a lot.
no, not a problem. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Peace.
Have a good one. Much love.